Oh, look, everybody is Spider-Man now. Everybody. So they're doing a little bit of a Spider-Verse cover celebration over at Marvel. I guess people will buy all of these. I don't know why, because they're not going to be worth anything. And they do this so much. How much room do you have in your house for all of these covers that they come out with every month? I've always been curious about that. Like maybe one if you really like it, but some people will go out and buy all of these. So they're making these covers. Here's, I'm guessing, MJ swinging with Peter Parker. This is the wet dream of everyone at Marvel to flip this somehow and make this the standard. Boy, this really does sum up modern Marvel comics in a lot of ways, this picture. And you got Falcon, Captain America as a Spider-Man. Here's Daredevil, everybody. Everybody is Spider-Man. This one I kind of like. I'm a Frost Spider-Man. It's kind of a nice cover. Here's Punisher Spider-Man. Wolverine Spider-Man. Guessing this is an MJ Spider-Man. It could be an X-Man. I don't know. Look at all these covers. Look at all these covers. Such a scam this is. You got to make people buy all these covers if you're comic shop, and odds are a lot of them are going to sit and not sell. It's insane. But the reason I'm talking about this is because it's a good segue into a Spider-Man writer, Dan Slott, no stranger to the channel, having an absolute meltdown right now over the fact that on April 1st, Elon Musk is taking away check marks. Unless you're willing to shell out. I think if you sign up on the browser, it's $7 a month. If it's on your phone, I think it's like $13. You're going to have to, by the way that things are working. It does devalue the check mark by doing it this way, but who cares? The thing with what they're doing is if you want to grow on Twitter, you have to pay now. They're totally making it so that you have to pay that money to get seen, to be boosted. And if you're not paying, you're going to pretty much get lost in the shuffle. But the problem with people that are celebrities is they're now losing this. So if you look at this, click on this, it says verified account. This is a legacy verified account. It may or may not be notable, meaning that he was given this check mark. Makes him special. And someone like Dan Slott definitely wants that check mark because they live online. They need online interaction for validation. Even though he's blocked everybody, I would be willing to bet you're probably blocked by Dan Slott because he runs block bots on anyone that follows my account and several other people's. Dan Slott used to be the Amazing Spider-Man writer. He's well known for attacking fans. In fact, I would say that in a lot of ways, Dan Slott started the trend of being shitty to fans. As a big comic book writer, probably one of the bigger ones in the industry, and he will dump on you. He also has been having a one-sided conversation with Trump for about 10 years now, talking to Trump every day. Trump has no idea who he is, by the way. He's always going after Republicans constantly. If you're a Republican, he doesn't want you as a fan. Does not want you as a fan. In a lot of ways, he's the beginning of all of the worst traits in the comic book industry and probably helped kick off the downfall of the fandom. But he's having an absolute meltdown over the check mark. Apparently, he's also a big contributor to traffic, which is funny. He says he gets all of this interaction, but if you look at his tweets, like he doesn't really get much interaction for his size. Like some of these, he's like 72 on this one, 104. He doesn't get a lot of interaction, mostly because he blocks everybody. But see, here's some stuff. He's talking about politics. You don't find out a lot about comics when you go to his Twitter. You find out that he definitely is a hardcore Democrat, though. I've always found that funny. Like, the reason that people go to see you on social media is to hear you talk about comics. And you don't do that. You talk about Republicans. So here he is. This is where the meltdown starts. Elon Musk. I was verified during a time when I had multiple people pretending to be me online who were sending fake tweets to colleagues, customers, and my employer. I have 160K plus followers, provide free content, and bring traffic here. I will no longer do that without verification. And he says he's moving to Spoutable because it has an option to verify you if you're already verified on Twitter. So he's going to go there. No, he won't. All these people say they're going to leave. They're going to come back, especially Slot. Slot is addicted to Twitter. It's funny. There's a documentary on Disney Plus. I forget what it's called, but if you look under the Marvel stuff, you'll find it. And they have a whole episode focused on him. And they go over how he can't finish his books because he's terminally online. He's online 24/7. Dan Slott used to go into fan forums. Remember message boards, fan forums? He used to go in there and attack fans. And he would get fans banned and blocked on there. It's a crazy history, this guy. Could do a series of videos of his online behavior. Here's another one. It's not $8. It's $96 a year for basic protections we need to function here. With sponsored ads existing on the site, 160K plus followers, and regular posts of free content, I'd bet I more than offset any of the cost to actually generated income for this site. I'm out April 1st. No, you don't. You don't generate income for the site. You block anybody that would want to interact with you. People that have nothing to do with anything culture-wise. Just comic book fans. People are like, you stay off Twitter? You? Absolutely. I took my first real vacation in 12 years in February. And it was also a bit of a vacation from Twitter's social media. It was great. I got so much done, saw friends, touched grass. I loved it. And more would be nice. You won't stay off of Twitter. So here's what'll happen. He'll leave for like 4 or 5 days. He's going to go to Spoutable. And he'll move to Spoutable. No one will interact with him. He won't have any conversations over there because he'll have no reach over there because none of these other platforms take off. So he's very upset over $96 a year. Very, very upset about that. You would think that would be change in the pocket for a massive, massive Marvel writer, but I guess not. But it's just funny. There's no way he'll stay off Twitter. Absolutely not. It's not going to happen. Dan Slott will come right back the moment he goes over there and gets no interaction because he lives for Twitter. He's on Twitter more than he is on comic book pages where he should be writing. He lives on Twitter. Dan Slott has had books turned in late to Marvel because he tweets so much. Terminally online, angry about Republicans all day, angry about politics all day. There was a time where there was a stretch of just him talking. And it's funny, those tweets would get no likes. They would get no interaction because nobody follows Dan Slott to hear him chime in on Trump. Except for the people that don't buy comics, that mysterious shadow audience that Marvel thought would jump onto their comics once they demonized Republicans in them. They never showed up, and if they did anything, they just downloaded free comicbook.com books. It's funny, you'd see people, I have all these comics. I read these all the time, and they would post. This happened once. Somebody did that, and they posted a picture of the comic they were reading, and it said free comic book online. They don't buy books. So, yeah, Dan Slott, it's funny to see him melt down like this. He'll be back, though. He'll be back. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here. I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.